Karen, shall we continue? Yes, let's. OK, we're going to start with Steve and Ola and their salsa. The judges picked up on a bit of a lack of hip action coming from Steve. Now, there was a lot of mention of hips. How hard is it to get those hips going in dances like this?
Well, it's not really a natural thing for our lovely gentlemen to master. So we do see them normally much slower picking it up in the show. But this is a dance. You'd want to nail those hips. And I would have forgotten about everything else. I would have made sure those hips are in. But what I think Ola was trying to do here, which of course we see that his strength, she's working a lot on the shimmying. She's got him shimmying throughout, but when he comes to doing the basics, the hips are not moving. So the judges, you see, everything's about the shimmy, whereas I would have gone, let's go downstairs. We all know, get those hips moving, and points make prizes.
They do. Now, everyone's a winner tonight, Karen. I love it.
We just needed him to move those hips a bit more, and I think it's just a confidence thing. I think his lifts were incredible. That is so hard. I know that's been covered, but we needed those hips moving too. It's the calling sign of the man in a nightclub.
Oh, is it? The calling sign of the man?
Darling, let's go to Cuba. We'll go have some fun.
OK, yeah, come on, let's. Pixie and Trent and their rumba. It was so beautiful, and Pixie was so moved at the end. Bless her, she actually burst into tears. Darcy said then she wanted more physicality from Pixie. Could Pixie give any more to this?
Gosh, I'm so glad you said she was moved to tears, because I felt as though all four judges told her off. She did the most incredible dance. This is what we call a fan position, which we don't normally put the ladies into. She's got that straight leg and the bent leg. She's got a perfect turn there. And, you know, we don't normally see these great straight legs. We've already talked about on the show. She's got this already. The strength of this girl was incredible. Resistance, or a more physical approach, what we're talking about there is about if we put resistance into what we're doing, instead of just putting an arm out, if we put resistance into it, it has more expression and more feeling to it. But I don't think Pixie could have put any more into that. And I felt for her when she burst into tears. It didn't need a telling off. It needed an appreciation of how much she fell in love with what she just created. And I thought it was amazing.
I'm going to applaud that. Yes, Pixie.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. Sinatra and Brendan and their salsa. Now, Bruno said she covered up a multitude of sins with her confidence. She wasn't sure if she'd made that many mistakes. What did you think? Did you spot anything?
I didn't see anything. I mean, technically there were things wrong, but choreographically there was nothing wrong with it. Great routine. But this is where this lady is clever, and I love her. Look where she takes those eyes. She puts them straight on those judges as if to say, everything I'm doing is right. A bit of eye contact goes a long way. And it's essential, and she's mastered it. She looks her partner in the eye with confidence, and that goes a long, long way when you're performing.
Tom and Yvette and their foxtrot, mostly high praise from the judges for Tom. He's getting so much better. Craig said he was jumping a bit too high in the air and not straightening his legs. Tell me more.
Tell me what, I think they're starting to pick on our front runners. This is a front runner here. They're talking about such technical details again. Jumping too high, I think, came from the actual attribute of the music. It was encouraging him. But this, we're going to do a little freeze frame right here, because this is where I think Craig is talking about. Can you see with the sumo position?
Ah, yes.
Should be, I mean, the left leg should be lovely and strong and extended. So here I go, very brief
demonstration,
just a little
from
one.
Lahadi.
Yeah, we see these lunge lines that we want to achieve. We always want to get the lovely straight leg line from this one, and then the bending of this one. Now, what we had was that from
the
Tom.
sumo position.
But did you see? I mean, I didn't count the steps. It's probably about. I think he only did about 4 steps, and Craig was on him already. So nitpicking very early on. But do you know what? Someone like a sports person, they don't mind. They feed off of that criticism, and they fight and they fight and they
it's all logged in.
I love it.
He'll remember it all. Right, Jake and Jeanette and their brilliant jive.
I'm in love again. I am so grateful. This man is not a 1-minute wonder. I was dreading that salsa was going to be a 1-minute wonder, but if you look all the way through this, the arm is just limp and luster and it's hanging down. It could have been the character of the dance. You know, that cool Elvis
come on,
look.
Elvis. Yeah.
Now, whenever we do arms, you've got to imagine they finished the work off. So he was being praised by knees up, the pounding, the action was brilliant. If he'd just finished those arms, could have had higher points.
There we go. It won't happen again. It's all in. Now, Caroline and Pasha, there was a tiny little incident where she lost a little bit of balance or her foot slipped a little bit. You did comment on Pasha pushing Caroline's balance points to the limit last week. Did he push her too far, or is this just something that's going to happen?
No, do you know what? We can never push these celebrities too far. We just got to take them to the edge all the time, and that's when we find the magic in what they can do. Now, that said, there's something pretty... we do see her push to the limit here. This bit of choreography here, so fast, so quick, and as she goes into all the steps and she goes down the side of the floor. Now, did anybody's... There's a... Did you see it? It was so tiny. Slip. But if we actually look at that in slow motion, I think... as we go into it there, she goes right over on her ankle there.
Ouch!
Yes.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Now, I had to go back over that. I didn't notice that. This lady is being pushed, but she's not showing anybody. And that, for me, is a true competitor. That could have been very painful. She kept that top line up. She kept a beautiful big smile. That was fantastic for me. I thought great performance and a great dance.
Great recovery. Well done, Caroline. Now, Karen, you're leaving us for 3 weeks.
Yes, sorry,
you are coming back. She is coming back, I promise. But whilst Karen is away, we're giving you at home the chance to ask our professional dancers any niggling questions you might have about Saturday night's performances. Tristan, Aliona and Natalie will be on the sofa next Tuesday to answer them for us. All you have to do is tweet your question with the hashtag AskITT. But for now, Karen Hardy, everybody. We'll see you in 3 weeks. Love you, lady. Saturday